place, Matt the Garden Guy. We got an awesome project to do. I'll show you what we're doing. So we are in probably about early fall. And one thing that I like to start getting in the ground is my garlic. I have tried growing or planting garlic. I've tried planting garlic a few other times. I've tried planting it by putting it in growing pots in January and then bringing it outside. And this year I had no luck with that. So I'm going to do what everybody else does. I'm going to plant my garlic right now in the ground in fall for next year. I'll show you what I'm doing. Hey, quick interruption before we start this video. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank you. Alright, so this garden bed right here is where I'm going to be probably about 3 feet out. This is where I'm going to be planting my garlic. I got to do a lot of cleanup work here. I had a lot of my parsnips here. The ground is pretty ripped up. So what I want to do is I want to get all this stuff cleaned out. I'm going to go and just run my tiller through it a little bit to loosen up the soil. And we'll get our garlic in here. Alright, so I got the tiller. I use this pretty cool little electric one. It's got a pretty good horsepower. I know some people have their own opinions on tilling versus non-tilling. I've researched, I've listened to people, and this is the way I choose to tend to my garden soil, is I till it up. Alrighty, so I have my tiller ready to go, and I'm just gonna go ahead and get this area all nice and tilled up. And there you go. What I'm looking for is so I can work the dirt a lot easier to get those garlic bulbs in here. I think it's pretty good. I'm gonna go grab my rake, kind of lay it out, level it out a little bit, and then we're gonna start planting our garlic in here. But first, we actually need to separate the garlic. I'll go show you what I'm talking about. All right, so now we need to get our garlic prepped up and ready. Just grab regular garlic here, garlic bulb, clove, just the regular garlic here. Yeah, she's got one too. I highly recommend that you buy organic ones. Non-organic ones are typically sprayed with a growth inhibitor, which will probably make these not grow. Thanks, Halen. So make sure you get them organic. I'm just gonna go ahead and break them apart and get all the garlic, little garlic cloves. As the girls play with their G.I. Joes, go ahead and do that. So it's gonna break them apart and go from there. So this is what we're looking for right here. Nice, awesome, healthy garlic clove. We do not want to peel any of the protective membrane or covering or whatever you want to call it off of it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that with the rest of these and get the rest of them off. So I would recommend not planting the small ones. Just keep these for cooking. I'd say probably that one is probably the smallest you want. So when you get towards the center of the garlic, it's probably going to be where the smaller ones are. So let's not plant these unless you want to. That's fine. Let me know how it works out. Just use these for cooking. There you go. So out of 2 garlic plants gave me pretty good amount of cloves. I'll say I have 1, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh, that's a double one. 14, 16, 18, 20. Plant this one. 21. Now we'll get those over in the ground. Okay, now it's time for you to get up and personal with your dirt. Nah, just joking. I'm sitting here in my garden box. A couple pretty cool, awesome, handy tool that I'd recommend you to get. This awesome auger bit. Makes drilling those holes really awesome and easy. Also, when we're there's a little, God, I don't like that little glare. I'm gonna try to move my camera. Huh? Yeah. Okay. So when you're planting your garlic, you want to make sure they're about 6 inches from each other. So you can get a little template. I got this little piece of wood. I'll show you what I'm talking about, how I do it. But basically, I put this down and I drill holes in each 4 corners, and they're 6 inches apart from each of them. So now let's start doing that. Start drilling the holes, and then we're gonna throw our garlic in. You might have heard me in a few other videos that I've done about garlic, but I'm gonna repeat myself. When you're planting garlic, where the roots were, that's the butt. The butt faces down, and the little tip right there, you're gonna face straight up. We're gonna go ahead and plant these about 1 inch to 1.5 inches deep. We'll go throw them in. We'll just backfill them with the dirt that we augered out with this little awesome auger bit. You can get that over on my Amazon store. I'll have the link down below. And then when we're all said and done, we'll throw some compost down and a few other things I'll show you. Now let's get to drilling the holes and getting that awesome garlic in the ground. All right, so like I said, I got my block wood right here. I'm gonna go ahead and just grab my auger bit, go down a little bit, do all 4 corners. And now go ahead and grab my garlic. Remember, tip pointed straight up. Put it in the hole and do them for the other ones. Oops, that one was, we got a double of them on there. I want to try to rip those apart and get that little small one off. Go ahead and throw this in the hole there. Do that with the rest of them. There we go, put that guy right there. So like I said, now what we're going to do is we're going to go back over it with the dirt that we auged out of the holes. And that's about it. I'm doing that for the rest of the garden bed here. So in this case, I didn't drill 2 up on the top of the wood because I already have bulbs right there. So I put it right where I stopped the garlic. So I just have 2 holes right here. And make sure they're nice and cleaned out. Put the garlic in. And keep going down. Boom, boom. Probably go like that. Cover them up. Drill some holes. Awesome auger bit, makes very light work. Goes right through the dirt. Got the holes drilled. Got the garlic in here. Got them evenly spaced with my 6x6 block here. Go ahead and go over that stuff. So I do have some extra garlic cloves. I got 6 left. So that means I got 14 in here. That's awesome. What I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go into my hoop house. We're gonna plant these in there. We're gonna do it as a little bit of an experiment. See how they'll grow through the winter inside the hoop house, and maybe, if I'm really lucky, I'll get some garlic earlier before these guys are ready. Let's go do that. So I realized I first should finish this one. Got my spade shovel. Going over to my compost bin, I'm gonna grab some compost out of there and get it on top of there. If you have straw or anything that doesn't have that much weeds in it, you can throw them on there. It's gonna be like a layer of insulation going over the top. And there you go. We got some flowers here growing on the side of the house. Put these down. They'll give it a nice layer of insulation. Keep those plants hopefully nice and warm, and when springtime comes, again, it'll give a little bit more insulation. It'll break down too and give the ground some more nutrients that it needs. So I got these garlic in the box right here, right there. Box is probably 2 by section is 2 by maybe 3 feet. I got 14 garlic cloves in there. Good stuff. Pretty nice day out. We had a couple, maybe about a week of 40s. Nice to be back up in the 70s. Nice to do some final garden preparation. Right there. The garlic is in the ground for next year. Hope you guys do the same thing. Get your stuff in the garlic. Get your garlic in the ground right now. It's a perfect time to start your garlic. And yeah, so last thing as always, if you're new here or you haven't already, please ask that you consider subscribing to my channel right down there below. Helps me out tremendously. Helps me share my mission, and that is helping people grow the food that they eat. I can only do that with your help. The word gets out there. Enjoy making these videos for you guys. I enjoy the community we have. Gardeners, we got to grow the food we eat. Until next time, keep growing. I'll talk to you later.